It's the Feast of Tabernacles.
Say it again.
It's the Feast of Tabernacles. So I camp out in my backyard every year.
Is that like
Just a Jewish holiday. Since I'm a Christian, I'm connected to the Jewish holiday. So every once in a while, I don't like go get branches and set up a hut like I'm supposed to, but I just pitch a tent. Sleep
Yeah.
outside.
is that like a sacrificial thing, like a self-sacrifice kind of, like a voluntary hardship kind of thing?
No, it's the people of Israel were taken out of Egypt, and every year, in order to commemorate being on the road, they take a week and they go build huts and live outside.
Hmm.
Like around the globe, Jews are doing this, and some Christian traditions have picked it up.
Yeah. So when you camp out in your backyard for this, what's that consist of? Is this I'm pitching a tent?
I don't know. I like to know what your imagination is thinking right now, because
Well, I didn't know if
I just pitch a tent.
I didn't know if it was as simple as like I go lean up under a tree and just fall asleep and wake up wet.
No. When was the last time you went tent camping?
It's been a while.
Like when you were 12, or
No, probably
Kyler was 12, or
no, probably. Oh, Kyler wasn't born. Probably. I don't know if we've been tent camping since Kyler was born. I was probably 18.
yeah, it's not a super religious experience for me.
Yeah.
Like I'll say some traditional prayers because I'll look them up online, and I don't know. I just like taking scriptures if I'm going to read them and go, huh, let's try that out. It's good practice with the red letters, right?
Yeah.
And so every once in a while, I just reach back and go, let's do that. So I don't know, 3 falls ago, I guess.
Huh.
So yeah, just for fun.
It's fun. Done anything else? What are you nerding out on right now? I know me and you are nerds, and mine is never like one thing very consistently. I may pop around to 4 or 5 different things. What's yours?
I'm reading. Book I just finished is on the Mississippi Delta. And so then I picked up another book, and it's just on the Deep South. So it's just people from not around here that drop in on the South. They travel around, and they're describing people that I have met in the last 30 years of my life.
Yeah.
And, they dance along all the stereotypes, and they go, man, there's more going on here. Let me stick around a little bit longer. And the first book I read, him and his lady literally were staying in a plantation house in Mississippi and moved in. I mean, lived life. So what I'm reading now is he's just traveling around from state to state. Not too far into that one, but fascinating. I love Mark Twain. I quote him a lot. He was most known as a travel journalist. So, like he went to Hawaii when it was still a kingdom, came back and said, hey, this is what's going on out there. Went to Europe when not a lot of Americans were traveling across the ocean. So I just, from way back then to even now, I think I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
So I find myself reading a lot about what I'm about to maybe do. Travel. And will I write? I don't know. Or maybe I'll just sit here and talk with you about it.
Mm-hmm.
And all my buddies. But I don't know, reading. Collecting coins. You ever collected anything?
Not really.
You collect like baseball cards, football cards back in the day?
I had some baseball cards, but to say I was a collector, no.
You can go to baseball card shows?
No.
These were a really big deal in Ohio.
No. When Kyler was younger, we did some, nerded out on baseball cards for a little while, and it was at that time that I would have been more of a collector than I was when I was a kid, because I knew what it was to set goals and have something you wanted and find it, or build a knowledge base. That way you could find some of those Easter eggs when you go to the baseball card shop, those that maybe they haven't found. But no, not much outside of just I like baseball cards and I buy up some baseball cards.
Mm. 'Cause as a kid, man, I'd turn those baseball cards over, and I mean, I'd read them deep into the night. I mean, I'd fall asleep on top of baseball cards, just reading the backs. There's always like, did you knows, little fun facts and stats, and then football cards came along and basketball cards came along. I mean, sheets and sheets of Michael Jordans and Magic Johnsons and Larry Birds and Isaiah Thomases. And yeah, I loved it, man. My mom would take me to shows and just wait on me. One time, Grandma Broughton came with us, and I had a whole book. I mean, I had multiple books, but I took this one and I sold the whole book and came out with like, I don't know, $280.
Yeah.
And mom was like, "You ready?" And I was like, "Nope." And grandma was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, like, I'm going back in to buy some more." So about an hour later, I came back out with more cards and no money. And just Grandma Broughton could not understand what just happened. I was like, "Yeah, you sell to buy." So,
Do you have like a prized possession baseball card?
I mean, anymore? No, I mean, I don't. The boys got into football cards and basketball cards, and we've still got some stuff. But I mean, back in the day, though, like a King Griffey Jr. rookie card was like, that was it. That was it. Everybody in the neighborhood was looking for that.
Hmm.
Um, so it was fun. But now, like Caleb and I, we collected coins for a minute. And then this past summer, I was like, hey, how about we combine those coin collections? And then he doesn't have much interest now, but I do, you know. And so I got two books right now where I'm trying to collect one coin, doesn't matter what it is, from who. I'm answering your question now. You said, what are you nerding out on? Here we go. From 1859 to 2025. Just any, it doesn't matter, penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half dollar, dollar, you know, whatever. And then the second book is, I've got some years like when the boys were are graduating, when they were born, Sarah and I marrying, when we graduated high school. So I kind of set those years aside. And then I'm trying to collect a quarter, dime, nickel, penny from 64 and before.
So they're silver.
Yeah. So got a bunch of those pennies and some of those nickels and a few of those dimes and quarters.
Hmm.
So I'll put a few bucks to the side every once in a while and then go to Key Street over, been to that coin and gold shop over there by Little Caesars. What's that called? Good
Mm,
people. They've been running commercials for years, and you've watched their boy like grow up, and then you see him in the
it's by
shop.
Little Caesars
Yeah,
on Keith Street. I don't know.
just
You're not
coin.
talking about Coy's Jewelers, are you? Isn't he over there somewhere?
Mm.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
Cleveland's Coin and Jewelry. That's what it's called.
Huh.
Yeah,
No, I need to
good
check that
people. I
out.
just browse, but I mean, people are coming in. They're bringing like family jewelry and coin collections, and I mean, they're trying to sell or see how much they're worth. And I'm just going in there looking for. I got my little scrap piece of paper with like what years I need, and
Yeah.
I'll buy 1, 2, or 3 at a time.
You know, I made Valerie a wedding band from a quarter.
Mm-mm.
You know that?
Like that was your wedding band?
No, that wasn't like the wedding band.
Yeah.
But at some point, my dad had did it for my mom, and I'd heard the story growing up, and just couldn't believe. So at some point, we probably hadn't been married that long. I kind of nerded out, and yeah, this is a real thing. So I went down to a collector. I don't know what kind of shop it even is. At the time, it was right across the street from Bradley High School. And it was a place I could go right now and go find quarters for 1964 and before, because that's what I needed for it to be soft enough to do what I was going to do. So I took that quarter, and it was like her mom's birth year, too. That was another thing. And I took that quarter and I took a spoon. You know, that spoon's harder than that silver. So you just take and you start tapping the edge of that quarter, and you turn it as you tap it. And over time, it'll flatten that edge out.
How long we talking?
Well,
How many taps we talking here?
a bunch. It's a bunch. Now, my dad, he did it old school, old fashioned. He tapped it all the way home. I got a little ingenuity about me as I went through this process. I got it smoothed out, and it was getting like I wanted it. but I fashioned a sort of a machine. I took a piece of all thread and I drilled a hole in that quarter after I'd got it flattened out to a certain extent. I put a hole in there and I put a nut on both sides of the quarter and I tightened it down. And now I could put it in a drill. So the flattening process started happening a lot faster when I did that. And then the polishing process was a breeze, man. I would just take a certain grit sandpaper and I would put it in my hand and that all threads in a drill and I would and would polish it and then I would get the next grit of sandpaper and anyways,
No, don't anyways
by the
that.
time
Where's
you're
that ring at?
by the time you're done, I don't know. You want me to ask Val?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Val.
She went to go buy mums and pumpkins. Sarah, if you're listening, you might get a silver ring. Because I can see what you're talking about in my mind, but I need to see this in game. I need to see where this thing landed.
She's gone fall shopping, so I'll she may call me here in a minute and I'll figure out where it's at. But yeah, it I mean it made it into a silver band.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
That is cool.
That's the only reason that I know right off the top of my head what year the quarter turned from jeweler's quality silver above a certain percentage silver to where it was not that case anymore, which was 65, I guess.
That's right. Yeah, it's 90% silver. Where's this place still exists down across from Bradley?
Couldn't tell you. I pass by it weekly.
Is that why you said Coy's? Is that what you're thinking of?
No. Coy's is you know Leslie Keck?
Yeah, of
That's
course.
her husband, Coy Keck. He
Okay.
owns a jewelry store. And if I'm not mistaken, they're in the area of where you were describing, but there's several plazas up and down through there, so I may be way off on that and not even realize it. I think he may be closer to like the town squire.
I need to know, man. I need to go see these places.
I don't know that he sells coins and stuff. He's pretty high quality jeweler, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, those folks usually like fancy coins, like those commemorative coins that are like, 99.99999% silver or gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might do that.
All right. So God appears to you, Paul, and he says, "Hey, Paul, it's been a good run. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you some time. You're going to be able to spend that with your family or whatever. And I'm going to give you one baseball card. One baseball card that you're going to keep and you're going to hand off to Seth or Caleb or Isaac for them to keep. And I'm doing away with all the rest of your baseball cards."
That's already happened, though. And those boys don't want that baseball card. God knows this already.
One baseball card. Don't fight the scenario.
Buddy, I mean, I've been looking for a Jackie Robinson card all these years.
Pause.
Yeah.
Let me add to this before you keep going. You've been looking for a Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you any card that you've ever possessed.
Okay.
Not any card you can dream of, but any card that in your lifetime you have had possession of as your own. And if you don't have it anymore, you can snap your fingers and it'll appear and you can hand it off.
Okay, I already mentioned King Griffey. The other prized possession when I was in junior high was a Jose Canseco rookie card.
Yeah.
That was worth a bunch. No one wants a Jose Canseco rookie card right now.
Is because of the time.
He was the first 40-40, man. I mean, like, he was a big deal. We now have a 50-50 guy.
Yeah.
And we've even talked about this before, but my boy Eric Davis getting so close with 37 and 80. I don't know. I had a Ricky Henderson rookie card. He was always a big deal. He's playing baseball and stealing bases. That was always fun. I shared that one. But yeah, I mean, I got rid of all my stuff, man. Most of it. Um, but I don't know if God showed up and I only got 1 day left. Can I do something else?
No,
Can I go to the Grand Canyon?
he's gonna have some other stuff.
Can I
He's
go to
gonna have some. No,
Vegas?
no, no, no,
Can I go
no.
to Cape Cod to
No, what?
reminisce on my childhood?
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's get through the baseball card first. So, did you
Okay.
pick one or no?
I mean, they're going to look at this thing and go, what am I supposed to do with this? And I'm going to put it in my will. Go take it to the nearest pawn shop and go take an adventure.
Get $11.
Yeah, I mean, cars that used to be hundreds of dollars literally are now $11. I mean, like that's the saddest part of this.
Yeah.
But my childhood, those junior high years of like ripping people, I mean, like kids on the bus would bring cards, and me and Kenny Booth, we knew what we were doing. We'd give them like 6 cards for one, and those 6 cards weren't worth nothing.
Yeah.
But that one was, and we knew it. Yeah, I was at the zenith of baseball card collecting for sure. It was cool.
Yeah, and I guess it's our generations that sort of drove the prices of baseball cards down. If I'm nerd enough to know, like from 87, 88, 89 into the mid 90s, baseball cards were so produced because there was a market for them because of little boys like you or me. That now they're just not rare. It's I mean, there are rarities amongst those millions of cards, but Jose Canseco probably would have fell in that range. That Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card probably would have fell in that range. I think now if you wanted to make thousands and thousands of dollars, you would collect like Pokemon cards. I think those are probably a bigger market now. What about coins? Do you have a coin that exists or that you've possessed at some point that was pretty prized to you?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got nothing that's too valuable. But there's 2 things that come to mind. Like, I love a buffalo nickel. Those things are beautiful on both sides. And then Sarah and I, when we went to Canada, not this past summer, but the summer before, that was our 25th anniversary. I bought a Canadian silver dollar, and it's beautiful. It's got a big old maple leaf on it. And it's got King Charles on the other side, but it sat on display on that maple leaf side. And that's just a good looking coin. That's one of those that's 99.99999% silver because it was our silver anniversary.
Huh.
So that's a cool coin. I like that a lot.
My granddad, after he retired, he started collecting and selling scrap metal. Like he was a HVAC guy by trade. So when he retired, he would just have all these HVAC guys that he knew when they would go change out an old unit, he would just go pick it up and bring it home. And he knew the valuable metals. He would separate
he
it
did.
and he would make a collection. And every now and then he would go to a scrapyard and sell off thousands and thousands of dollars worth of, number 1 copper, number 2 copper. And anyways, I said all that to say there was one scrapyard that he'd go to that would, if you had small bills, like if they owed you $1,020, they might give you that $20 in $2 bills. And if they owed you 75 cents, they'd give you a 50-cent piece and a quarter. For whatever quirky reason, they dealt in $2 bills and 50-cent pieces. So he put those 50-cent pieces on a rotation. And he had, X number of grandkids. And every 50-cent piece he got, he would, okay, there's them one, there's them one, there's them. And this went on for several years. So all of these grandkids have a handful of 50-cent pieces that were given by their granddad,
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
I would say that if they should hold on to those 50-cent pieces, whether they're valuable or not to anybody else's standard, those will be significant coins to them. You have anything even close to sentimental in that regard?
Well, I do have a memory. So my sisters are 2 years apart, but their birthday is 1 day apart. So Jack was born on March 13th, and Tracy was born on March 14th. And I'm in June, so I used to cry every time their birthday came around because they're getting presents and I'm not. And I mean, like for like 4, 5, 6, 7, my dad would always get me something. Like I remember one year, he bought me a mirror or something. He'd always get something.
Yeah.
But I remember that. I don't know if it was the first time I cried or whatever, but he went into his change drawer and it was just a Kennedy $50, right? And I just remember getting that and holding on to that and just treasuring that thing. Of course, it's gone now, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Coins and cards were a big deal growing up, and so when the boys got into cards, that was a lot of fun. And then when Caleb got into coins, I mean, like I'm all in. So I'm just. You had mentioned earlier, and I never really thought about it that way. I guess maybe I did, but like a goal. Yeah, these 2 books I've created, they're just goals.
Yeah.
See if I can go find them. Like I don't want to spend a lot of money, um, but I'll spend some money finding some stuff. But otherwise, I mean, just one of my years was 1999 because that's when Sarah and I got married, and so I want to get a quarter, a dime, a nickel, a penny, and in the washer this morning, as a matter of fact, there was a dime in there, 1999, and I put it in my little book, and it's like that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that is fun. One thing that I've always been intrigued by, and I've never started collecting it, and I probably won't, and it's mostly to do with it takes up a lot of space. It can cost a lot of money. That's license plates.
Yeah.
Like you ever ran into like a solid license plate collection? That is one thing that I look at and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I have license plates.
Yeah, you collect license
I've collected.
plates. That's a
I'm at
classroom collection, is it not?
yeah. Well, up on the wall, there's 50 cinder blocks, and we've painted 50 different things
Oh
are
yeah,
there.
that's right.
But I mean, but you're talking about physical license plates. Yeah, for a while
But
I was
that's cool.
collecting.
That's cool though. In a history classroom to
Yeah, that's
paint
fun.
those license plates.
But I bet I easy got 20, but I might have 30 license plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, like different states.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So God says, you got the coin, you got the card, and you gave me this idea real time. I'm going to give you a few hours for you and your lady, or you and whoever you choose. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to wake up somewhere that you've been in your life that's not your home, some place, some location, and you get to spend a few hours there. It's a fancy way of me asking, what's one of the favorite places you've ever visited?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even have to. There's no hesitation. It was just how I was gonna present this, but like for no good reason, I have not taken Sarah and the boys to Cape Cod yet. Like they have heard so many childhood stories about how for 3 summers, I was 7, 10, and 12, where we just got sent off to Massachusetts with Granny for the whole summer.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my sisters, and gosh, amazing. But the beach every day, and a Massachusetts beach is different than a Carolina or a Florida beach. Um, the tides coming in and out are just crazy. I mean, you can walk. I don't even want to say a mile because I don't know how far out you can walk, but I've never had that experience that I had on a Cape Cod beach that I ever did in Virginia, Carolinas, Florida, Alabama. And even one time when we got caught out there, the tide was coming in and all we had was a beach ball to share. And we had to swim in. I mean, this is the shortened version of a very scary, not very good parenting, not very good babysitting story because I'm 7.
Yeah.
And we got caught just playing on a sandbar. And the tide came in and we were way out and we had to get in. And we'd take turns on the beach ball kicking our feet while the other 2 swam. And then we trade. The other person would hold on. I mean, like that could have been really, 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 really bad. And it wasn't. And for some reason, I'm picking that place to go back to.
Yeah. But you want to take your family this time. Is that right?
I do.
Is that
I
what I'm
want them
hearing
to
you say?
see. I want them to see. I want to experience it again, and I want to do it with them. But that would definitely be one place. The other place where they would probably want to go is Canada, and I would go.
Yeah.
Because the 2 trips we've made have been pretty amazing. But we're talking about collecting. I mean, that's the quickest way to collect memories is to go travel. Like you, young fella,
Yeah.
who flew out to Vegas and then drove 1,000 miles.
Yeah, man. We just uh we just rolled in yesterday. For those hearing this, we're recording it on a Friday. We rolled in on Thursday from Vegas, and the, the funniest part about this, I've already told you, is we didn't enter one building in Las Vegas except for our hotel and the airport.
You're blowing some minds right now.
Other than that, I drove a rental car 950 miles and went, you know, as far as from the Joshua Forest near the west rim of the Grand Canyon all the way over to Ventura, California. So covered a pretty good span. I did a lot of driving, marked off a lot of bucket list level sites, things that I've always wanted to see. That this is laughable to some people, but the reason I chose Ventura is because one of the things I absolutely wanted to do, and I told Valerie even when we left the hotel that morning to do it, I said, this is the part of the trip I've looked the most forward to. Even with the Grand Canyon, Vegas, all of that, I looked forward to hitting that Highway 1 sign and driving down that Pacific coast into Santa Monica. For some reason, I've always wanted to do it. In my fantasies, it was in a 57 Corvette with no top on it, but we were in a,
I want you to be listening to Sheryl Crow right now, singing at the top of your lungs.
every day is a winding road.
Yes.
Is that it?
Oh, Santa Monica Boulevard. Yeah, I mean,
But no
Sheryl Crow at all.
No,
Okay.
I speak a different language. For some reason, for me, it was "You're the reason God made Oklahoma," and the Santa Monica Freeway sometimes makes a country girl blue. Anyways,
Never heard that song in my life.
it's a good one. You
Okay.
should look it up.
Okay.
But yeah, we left Ventura and drove down the coast into Santa Monica. And the Route 66 that we had got just a little snippet of the day before, that's where it ends, is at the Santa Monica Pier. And it's just cool. It's just stuff I've never saw. I've always wanted to see, and
Did you put your feet in the ocean?
I've seen it. I didn't. I walked out on 3 different piers, and I even had that consideration: is toes in the water a big deal to me?
Obviously not.
It was not. It was not.
It is something different, though, isn't it?
It is different. The whole landscape is different. I have a greater appreciation for GTA 5 now. Because that was artwork before, but now it's, gosh, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's laughable for people that don't know what I'm talking about, but they captured that landscape. Like,
yes.
And listen, I drove from Ventura to the Santa Monica Pier, knew what road to cut up on and exactly where to go to park without ever looking at a map. It's because of the GTA 5 map. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is hilarious. It's sad, but it's
no, it's not. No, it's not.
But even over that landscape all the way from the other side of Vegas all the way back, because Vegas and all that landscape is incorporated into those graphics, and it's captured pretty well, man. We were traveling through going to the West Rim, and this is a whole other story, but the West Rim is not a national park. It's on the Hualape Reservation, and it's ran by the natives there, the locals. And as you're driving to it, you just encounter, I almost said fields. Fields is not a word. What's the word out there? Desert. Just desert landscape with little rundown campers and outbuildings and old cars just scattered everywhere. But there's, at the mouth of one of those fields, one of those areas will be 30 mailboxes. And this is how the people that live there in that area, this is their place they live. This is dwellings. So you're driving through that. And even that was not a surprise to me because of GTA.
I was waiting for you to say something like Yellowstone or some other show, and you went back to GTA.
Okay. No,
sorry, man.
I'll stop talking about GTA, but it does capture that landscape out there amazingly good, like really good.
It's technology, man.
Yeah, man. But it was a cool trip. All that said to say, it
Coolest thing, quirkiest thing.
coolest thing, I can't overestimate what the Grand Canyon
Yeah.
is. Even for 41 years of being a person that's pretty good at considering and trying to imagine, you just can't. You just can't. Walked out on the skywalk. They have a skywalk there at the West Rim, and you walk out there, you put booties on, and you walk out onto a glass bridge, and below you is 4,000 feet of just, I didn't know that there were spans this great.
Mm.
I didn't know. And my uh, survival instincts were a fist fight, a literal physiological. Now, Valerie, she was just strolling out through
Bebopping.
there,
Yeah.
bebopping, no
That's
big
funny.
deal. And I was cool as long as I didn't look down. But when I looked
That's the whole
down,
point of the skywalk, man.
yeah, I know. When I would look down, I would literally have to fight my knees to not like buckle me toward the edges, like just
I don't believe
like
that.
a
I don't
survival.
know. I don't believe that. No.
Why would I lie about it?
No. No.
Why would I lie? Listen,
No.
my body wanted me to fall onto the railing and hold on, but you have to like bypass that. And, okay, I can't break this. All right, here we go. And it'd be okay for a minute. And then my attention would be on the canyon, and I would look around, and then I'd have to walk somewhere else, and I'd look down again, and it would be all over again. Like, don't embarrass yourself. don't make a fool of yourself in front of all these people. I mean, there's 100 people on that bridge. I read later that bridge would hold like 70 tons. But that was probably the coolest thing.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to say anything I saw was cooler than that.
So we went to the southern rim, and no skywalk there, but it was amazing to us how like there wasn't a lot of like fencing.
No.
Like you really could roll up on this thing and go to the edge. And, of course, later on we read like how many people have fallen into the Grand Canyon. And like, yeah, I mean, yeah. But it was really neat to be able to get that close, just sit and just soak it in. We were there for sunset, and yeah, it's amazing. Nothing else like it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So you're driving 950 miles. Quirkiest thing?
Quirkiest thing is probably just some
Because it ain't Tennessee, is it?
it's not Tennessee.
It's not Tennessee.
No, there's nothing like it. There's nothing about it that looks like Tennessee. People can drive a little better than I expected. But that's not the quirkiest thing. I think the quirkiest thing would be like some big city stuff for me. I mentioned this on social media. You go into a restroom at a gas station, which there's not a lot of gas stations out there. That's another quirky thing that's not Tennessee. There's not a gas station on every corner. Even in the city, you kind of know where you're going, and you can find a gas station. But the second you get outside Las Vegas, you better have planned it well, because you're not going to see one.
There's no Buc-ee's.
No Buc-ee's. I did have that thought too. I was like, there's not a Buc-ee's around here anywhere.
Or big city life where like you either have to take this big old key to the bathroom, or you like got to pay a quarter. Did you come across either one of those?
No, I came across a few times the key is in the door. So when you go in, you take the key and where it's in the bathroom with you. And then when you go back out, you put it back in. But what I was going to say about the gas station bathrooms is a couple of them had sharps containers. Like, if I can go in here and if I'm using a needle, I can dispose of it properly. That was quirk to me.
That ain't Tennessee.
That ain't Tennessee. And even then, I'm trying to be considered. I was like, you know what? This also benefits diabetic people.
That's a super benefit of
but
the
I
doubt.
don't think that's why they put it there. I don't think
No.
that's why they put it there.
No.
Yeah, there's recycling bins everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, in Tennessee, you'll see some recycling bins, but
not everywhere.
The closer you get to Los Angeles, you'll probably find a recycling bin of some sort over a trash can. So you kind of got to know what you're.
You ever come across those toilets where like you can push this button for number 1 and this button for number 2?
I have not.
Never?
No.
Okay. Now the first time I saw that was in Portland. Airport bathroom. It's like, oh, I peed. So I just push this button. If you go number 2, you push that button. It just conserves water. But I mean, like,
Okay. Is it possible that I've encountered it and I just didn't know what it was? Because I've seen toilets
possible.
with 2 buttons on the back.
well, there you go.
But there wasn't any.
Should have been. There should have been
There
some
was
sort of
no
little symbol.
indication.
1 little drop compared to 2 little drops.
Yeah, but that wasn't out west. I'm talking about in like a Sonic drive-in in Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, everything there is quirky to me.
It's quirky that you just used the bathroom at Sonic drive-thru and you couldn't just wait till you got home. It happens, man.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, well, you got to
gotta
know
go,
me
you gotta
too.
go.
You know me. I'm a guy that every now and then I got to go, and I got to go right now. And if there's a Sonic drive-in nearby, that's the easiest in and out you can find. I don't have to go inside anywhere. I can just pull up near the restroom, go in the restroom, right back out. I probably didn't even eat at the Sonic. There was a Sonic there, so I stopped. But the Sonic has nothing to do with westward travel.
Has something to do with quirky, though. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see a Sonic out there. I'm not saying they don't exist. I didn't see one. Saw Carl's Jr.
Of course you did, because you didn't see a Hardee's.
Ate at In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
That was
Of course you did.
It's kind of one of those check the box kind of things. We roll into Ventura and there's an In-N-Out Burger. So we ate there. It was pretty good.
Best meal you had?
The best meal we had, Brophy Bros. It's a seafood place on the harbor in Ventura. It's really the only vacation meal we had. We didn't eat a lot. We were on the road a lot. So we snacked from time to time, but we didn't have I don't know. We got to the hotel the first night and we were so beat. We ordered Chili's to be brought to our room.
Little taste of home.
Yeah. And then because we were leaving out early the next morning. And then, so that next morning we left out earlier, went to the Grand Canyon, the Hoover Dam, came back and was beat to death again. And we ate our leftover Chili's and went to bed.
Because what's the drive to Hoover Dam from there? What's the drive to the Grand Canyon?
The Hoover Dam's nothing. It's 15, 20 minutes. And it's on the way like you're going to the Grand Canyon. But the Grand Canyon's somewhere between 2.5 hours one way. So you go there, you do their little tour, and you go to a place and they put you on a shuttle bus and they have several stopping points. And by the time you get done with that, you're back in the car and there's nothing between us and Vegas but desert and the Hoover Dam, and we already seen it. So it's just drive back in.
So your drive out to California and back, did you take a different route coming back?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because first of all, there's not a lot of routes. When we were going to California, I was going to Ventura, which is just north of Santa Monica, Malibu, Oxnard, Ventura.
Are you on I-40, I-10? What are you on? What took you into LA? Or was that your Route 66? I don't know. I'm asking.
So to go from Vegas to LA, you're on I-10. Is it I-10 or I-15? I may have to look it up. But yes, I've spent time on both of those on that trip. But we went through a town called Barstow, which is it's still a pretty significant like railroad and travel town. Probably not as significant now as it was in the days when like Route 66 was the route. But that's where we got to see a little bit of Route 66. And it was all like super cool buildings and signs and just kind of what you'd imagine. But then we were trying to avoid LA traffic that day. So we stayed north. We went above the Simi Valley on a highway called Pear Blossom Highway. And it takes you through all of these beautiful like vineyards and tree farms with mountains in the backdrop. First of all, there's more mountains in this country than I ever thought there was.
Really?
Yes.
You didn't know?
No.
Yeah.
No. Even if I knew, I didn't understand.
Because like the fault line, you've probably heard your whole life that California is going to fall into the ocean one day.
Yeah, sure.
And church to pay for all of its sins. But geologically, just because, if you got mountains, you're going to have a fault line. But I mean, yeah, and it's beautiful out there.
Yeah, I mean, to me, giant mountain ranges, I'm still going to say giant mountain ranges until I see the Rockies, which is on my list.
Yeah.
But there's these just giant mountains all around me, and I'd be like, what mountains are those? And they'd be like, that's the Clark Mountain Range, or this is the San Bernardino Mountains. These are the Black Mountain. All of these, and I'm like, gosh, just more mountains than I thought. They're beautiful. They're
not
awesome.
Tennessee Green Mountains.
No,
they're not Smoky Mountains.
Most of them don't.
They're not Blue Ridge Mountains.
No,
Yeah.
they don't have trees on them. And I mean, there's some Joshua trees. We saw so many Joshua trees. It's crazy.
U2 was on your playlist.
No, it's Eric Church.
Why didn't I get? Oh,
it's
my
Eric
bad.
Church. I've seen the Joshua tree.
I got you.
We're just speaking a different language. It's the same language.
Different playlist, man.
Yeah.
Different playlist. It's all right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool.
No Dre and Snoop and Kendrick on your playlist as you're rolling through LA.
No, it was Google Maps helping me get along and get down the road.
GTA, come on now.
No, but the Pacific Coast Highway, that was the part of it I looked forward to a lot, and it checked that box. I mean, it checks.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Wouldn't it be fun to go from San Diego all the way up to Vancouver?
Yes, it would.
Mm-hmm.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it. I would love to, that used to be the conversations. Hey, how about we fly into like a Portland or somewhere way up north and drive over to the coast and catch it all the way down as far as we can. But
next time.
Yeah, that little 1 hour drive from Ventura to Santa Monica, it scratched that itch pretty well.
So Route 66, it goes from LA all the way to
Chicago.
Yeah. That'd be a trip, wouldn't it?
Yeah, would it nowadays though?
Yes. Why would you think it not?
Well,
is Jason Aldean on your playlist?
Jason Aldean?
Say yes or no.
Sure. I can speak Jason Aldean language.
His flyover states.
Yeah, flyover states.
Is that why you're hesitating to think that this wouldn't be worth
absolutely,
the drive?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
It's because it's not like we can jump on Route 66 and just drive the open freeway anymore. We just can't.
Most of Route 66 is still there.
There are places that you can do that pretty well, but I think you'd spend a lot of time just finding your way back to it,
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
But there is part of me that like, gosh, I would give anything to just be able to put my tires on that road and just
plenty of back roads instead of hopping on the interstate.
You ride a motorcycle?
So as a youngster, 4, 5, 6, 7, when I tell those stories, everybody, my dad Frank had one, and Uncle Larry had one, and Uncle Jim had one, and everybody had a motorcycle. So as a little tiny kid, I was strapped on a motorcycle, holding on for dear life for much of my childhood. But as an adult, never in my life.
I don't know. I was driving through the desert.
You saw yourself on a motorcycle?
And one thing I thought was like, how cool would it be to like circumvent this entire nation on a motorcycle? That'd be pretty cool.
I'm on an e-bike in my imagination.
An e-bike?
E-bike.
E-bike.
Yeah. What's an e-bike?
That's going to take a long time. Well, I didn't know.
But people have done it.
On e-bikes?
They've done it on bikes. The Matt Claytons and the Heath Esslingers of the world have left Cleveland and pedaled down to Florida.
Yeah.
An e-bike, man.
I had a friend in school that wanted to do that because he said it'd be all downhill.
What kind of friends you got, man?
We weren't friends very long.
Okay.
But yeah, Vegas was cool, even though I didn't really experience Vegas itself. That was just kind of home base for a lot of A lot of driving.
Kind of like you didn't miss much.
No,
Um, so how many states you knock off just now?
3. Nevada, Arizona, California.
Yeah. How many states you got now?
I don't know. I'd have to.
Try. This is me collecting. I collect states. So like when someone else has collected a few states, like I mean,
You want this answer like right now, or
yes, it's not
oh,
that hard.
can
9,
I pull up a
15.
map?
Sure.
Let's just pull up a map here.
Because I've told you, Caleb took me on that trip and he helped me knock off Vermont. But I was like, buddy, we're so close to New Hampshire. I need you to swirl to the right a little bit off this interstate. And we went and walked around Dartmouth and I got to knock off another one. So I'm at 44 states, man.
All right. Both. You want to keep a tally here for me while
Sure.
I figure this out?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
just as valuable as coins or cards or, man. And then the people we take with us, it's pretty amazing. What you got?
All right, let's just go the South first. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, all yes.
You want to give me a pen that actually writes?
There's 2 more laying right here.
I went all the way the width of the paper.
So Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, all yes.
Those are all prisoner exchange. Kansas.
No, Kansas and Oklahoma are. Texas is a San Antonio trip last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been close to Texas picking up a prisoner, and that was in Shreveport, Louisiana, which brings us to our next state. I've been to Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, all 3 of those. I have been to Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, both of the Carolinas. I've been to Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio.
You haven't said Tennessee yet.
Kentucky, Tennessee.
Okay.
I've already said both the Carolinas. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland.
What are you doing in Maryland? You been to DC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple
times.
times.
Yeah,
I had a job interview in DC one time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've also picked up a prisoner in Baltimore. That's the Indiana reason too. Indianapolis.
Gotcha.
Totally.
So we say we're collecting states and the people we share these memories with, convicts.
Yeah. I said Michigan.
Now, when you're going on those long trips, are you always going with a partner?
Yes.
Okay. Always.
Yeah. You're always tag team driving. Like that Kansas trip we went to was like right there. And it's an 18-hour drive.
Yeah.
And we did it straight. We drove 18 hours straight, stayed the night, picked up the prisoner, and drove. We had made a deal with a jail in Conway, Arkansas. Dropped off the prisoner for the night, stayed the night in a hotel, walked around Conway, which was a cool little place, and picked the prisoner up the next morning and drove it on home. New Mexico, Arizona. No. I'm sorry. Not New Mexico. This is the 3 here.
Nevada.
Arizona, Nevada, California.
Yeah.
I have not set foot on New Mexico. I bet you, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, my next trip will be in this area unless Valerie's idea wins out, and it very well may because I like it too. And our next trip would be in this area right here.
A little Philly, New York City.
Yeah.
Is that what you're pointing at?
Boston, somewhere up there.
That's 24 states, buddy. You're almost halfway there.
It's not too bad.
No, that's amazing.
That's I don't know. That's a lot of ground to cover, man. I didn't know until this week how much ground it was to cover.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But it was fun. We had a good time.
Well, friend, that's how it's supposed to be. Not too long ago, you're like, hey, back half of your life, what's up? And I said, joy And to me, you know, collecting is a joy. Traveling's a joy. Collecting those memories. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I would
There's the
mean
call to
that's
action. We haven't done one of those in a while.
yeah.
Hey, people, go travel.
Yeah, go travel, man.
Take somebody with you.
There's no better way to
Make a memory.
make memories.
Treasure it. Savor it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell stories about it.
Yep.
And then go make some more.
Got anything else you want to add to today?
That's it, man. It's a fun little chat.
Yeah, man. This is what I wanted for today was just to talk it up, man. Sort of go back to the basics. Just hit record and just have a conversation.
And wear your Skywalk Grand Canyon West shirt.
Yeah, my Skywalk. You know, I'm a sucker for a hoodie T-shirt.
Yes, you
So as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna get me one of those.
That's right. See, you're a hoodie. Your dad's a coffee cup.
Yep. I'm gonna get Kenzie on the phone and see if we can do this soon.
Okay.
So
Let's try Monday.
those of you listening, look forward to hearing from Derek Kinsey. And I'm saying this with no knowledge that he's going to do it or not, but
Nah, he will.
I'm that confident. So, all right, man. Goodbye, everyone.